Okay guys, welcome to another video tutorial by Nocode Africa. And in this tutorial, we're just going to continue building the food delivery application that we started building in the previous class. And I will just go ahead and continue designing so that you can get to see how to achieve these things yourself. In the previous class, we achieved this particular screen using FlutterFlow. So we just designed this particular screen and a couple of other screens. We did this, and then we created these onboarding screens and a couple of these login screens, right? So we will continue from where we stopped yesterday and just continue building on top of what we did. All right, so today we're going to work on this, and then we will build on top on different things. We will reuse some components that we created from yesterday so that you can just get to see how to reuse these components. You don't have to always recreate all the time. Okay, so then we will build a couple of things. I will work on some of these carousels and just show you how to achieve them. All right, so we will just do a lot of things, but we will be faster this time around. I hope that's really good. All right, let's get straight to it. We're using FlutterFlow, and FlutterFlow helps you to build application faster than ever. This is the result of the previous class. We did some really nice work here, guys, and let's go back to it. All right, so today we're going to continue from where we stopped, like I said earlier. And FlutterFlow says more recent version of FlutterFlow now. Let me just click to refresh. Okay, all right, so it's always good to just refresh because FlutterFlow is always cooking up something. Yeah, so let's see how we can start with this. Where do we start from? We're going to start from this particular screen, and what we will do is just we're going to duplicate this particular screen and then start working on this. All right, so this is quite simple because the only different thing between this and this is just the scenario. Okay, and it's a carousel, so we will just create this, and I think this is already available. Yeah, this is just what we have here. Yeah, so let's get right to it. We will design a little bit faster and of course extremely. All right, so we're going to design a little bit faster and make this really good. So meanwhile, if at all you've not seen this particular video before, just check the description under this video and you will see the link to the part 1 of this tutorial. Okay, so let's get straight to it. All right, so this was where we stopped, and we will continue from here. All right, so this is the application, and what we will just do is right click on this and duplicate the screen. Now you have this, just click here inside, and then you will see these copy the name of this particular screen. So we will just click on this. So I think it has different these are different homes, right? So this is one design, this is another design, and then this is another one, right? So I think we will just do this one, then we'll move on to other pages, right? So because we want to just build the application itself. All right, let's just copy this second home and just create it, right? So I will come here and click on this and paste it. All right, then you can just click on this button to save it. So this is it, and what do we need to change? After the search, we have this scenario. We don't have this carousel. So let's click on that, and let's go to our widget tree and locate the container that contains all of these things, and we can just take it off. Okay, so taking it off. Okay, so I would like to say don't take it off, take it off. Yeah, the reason is because we need to put something inside here, right? And yeah, we need to put something inside here, and the carousel is horizontal. So instead of deleting it, let me let that be. Instead of deleting this, right, this carousel here, rather let's just take off the content inside it and then build inside it, right? So yeah, that's it, because otherwise we'll have to now create a container all over again and do the setup. So let's just delete what is inside. So these are the things that are inside. So I will just click on it. Is that it, or is it the main row? Okay, no, it's just this container. So I'll click on it and delete it. Then click on this and delete this. Click on this and delete this. And click on this and delete this. Alright, so I just have my row now, and what I need to do now is I will go ahead and then create these container. So I don't know if you can see it properly, but it has some weird design, right? So I can see, let me tap on it. So this is it. You see we have these curved in design. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, yeah. So it's going to require us to we will not create this from a container, right? So it's a bit tricky. We won't create this from container. What we will rather do is just export this. All right, so let's see how we can just quickly create this. Yeah, it looks a bit tricky and you might want to run away from it, but no, let's stick to the fight. So I'll click to export this. Let me see how that image looks like. All right, so this is how it looks like. It's not a perfect container that is a square or a rectangle. It has these upper part, you know, bends towards the top, and we might not really be able to achieve that inside FlutterFlow. So what I would rather say you should do is go ahead and download the container. So sorry, not the container, just the this particular rectangle here, just like I selected. All right, so and then we will build on top of that. Now the thing is this, right? Inside this, the way you see it, you see this big rectangle here. All right, it's gonna be an image actually. Is built on top of what we have here. So that means all of these things is inside a stack. Okay, so and then all of these can just be a row that has a column and that has something here, right? So we will just create it really quickly. Now you will get to learn some tactics that is going to help you in your design process. Okay, so let's go ahead and then add a stack inside this. Let's just add a stack at once. Should we add a stack, or should we just put up an image first? I would like to put up an image first, right? So let's put up an image so that you can understand what I'm saying. So this is 147 by 144. So I will say 147 by 144, and then change from network to asset and click on this to upload the image. And then I click this, upload the image. Okay, and then we have that image now. Good. 144 by, okay, so now the thing is this, right? It is not showing properly because we have a container that is stopping all of this from showing. So what container is that? There's a container that the list view is inside. So this is a list view, and then this is a container. So we need to increase the height of this container. Let's come here and see the overall height of all of these things. So I'll click on the first one, hold down shift and click on the second one, and now you see that the height is something around 172. So we can just say 175. All right, so this container now is going to be 175. And like that, we can now see these beautiful thing that we had created inside. Okay, now it has this background image and all of it, but it's not really cool. All right, it's not like the way it's supposed to be, because it has some extra borders. Yeah, it has some extra borders, but it's okay. Let's see if we can make it work. So on these now, let me see on this. This is the image. Let's give it some padding from the left and see what padding do we have here. Let's say 24. Let's give it some padding on the left, 24. Okay, so now it looks like this. Not so visible here. So let's go ahead and click on this image, and no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let's take out this and just right click on this now, and we're going to wrap it with a stack. Okay, let's just see how we can achieve this. All right, so and then on this stack now, we're going to put up a container. All right, that container is going to be these other one here, 122 by 104. Now there's going to be a problem because this might look bigger than this one. We might need to manually reduce the size of this. So because we are just importing, like putting these as an image, okay. But if it doesn't work properly, we might just need to adjust the design a bit, because we might just need to adjust the design a bit. Let's see what we can do. This is going to be 122 by 104, so let's say 122 by 104, okay. And you see, it's not gonna work. So I'm clicking on this and I'm pasting it. It's not gonna work the way we need it. And then it has a border radius of 15 pixels. Okay, so you see, it's not working the way we need it to work, because this noun is bigger than this. That was what I had imagined, because this is an image and everything is like inside it. So I would recommend that we, alter this design a little bit. Yeah, so just a little bit. And so instead of this image, we will take this image off. So I just deleted that image. Click on this, and let's go ahead and then give these, let's use this dimension 147 by 144. Okay, so let's say 147 by 144. All right, so we have this, and radius is like 24, so let's, border radius is 24. How did I see that? So you see it here, 24. And then it's actually white, so let's pick these and change the color to white, and let's give it the box shadow. So we give it a box shadow. Now it looks good. And then we click on the stack itself, and then click on this, and then add a container to it. Now this is on top, and then what we do is the container is this particular one, 122 by 104. So 122 by 104, and we get the color of the box, and then we put it here as a fill color. Okay, and then the border radius here is 15, and we're good. Now you see, it looks good. But what I would rather want to do is, let's wrap these two things inside a column. All right, so that we can actually center align it. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues with padding. Well, we can achieve it. You see, this is like 13 pixels on the side and 13 here, but I wouldn't want us to do that. So let's click on this one. Let's click on either one. Let's see. How would it work? It's not gonna work if we put it in a container, and if we put it in a container, the stack scenario will no longer work. So yeah, it won't work. So let's say 13. Let's give it some padding from the side. 13. Let's say 13. All right, so something like this. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. And let's come here and say from the bottom it's 68. Okay, so let's give it here 68. Okay, let's see how that works. Now it does work, but it doesn't work the way we would want it to work. All right, so let's go ahead and Control Z, just take that back. Yeah, just take this off. Okay, then instead let's look at what we have here. There's a space here on top is 28. So let's say the padding for this particular container is 28. It has a top padding of 28. So now we have something similar. Good, this works now. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and then put some things here still inside the stack. We're going to do some magic. All right, so we will click here and then add a row, and then in the row we will add our column, and okay, so this is what we would do with the column. So we'll put a text in that, a row again. Yes, we'll put a row again in that column, and we will put a text again in that row. Okay, and then we will paste. I believe you follow what I'm saying. Basically, there's a column, a big column that contains all of these, and then I now put a row, and inside that row I put a text, which is for the pizza, and it's 700 by 18, and I will click here and change it to 700 and make these 18. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I will just go ahead and duplicate this row, which is inside a column, and I'm gonna put this particular information, this one starting, and it's 400 by 14, and it has a gray color. So I click this, don't worry, we're going to rearrange this. So I put this, and then I will copy the color and paste it here. Okay, so I hope my picture is not covering that, and then click on enter, and then we're good now. So now we have the scenario. What we need to do is click on the column and make it left aligned. Yeah, just put it like this, and then what we're gonna do again is we need to push it down to this point. We're not done, but let's just push it down first, then we will rearrange it. So you see these has some padding from the top fifth. It's not giving us the exact space from here. It gives us here 81. So let's start with that first. Let's go ahead and then say this is the row, and then let's give it padding 81. It's not gonna be correct if this is 81, right? And then this was the small space between this and this was 28, so that's 28, that's 109 kind of. So let's say well, we're doing some math. 109. Okay, so now we have something like this, and it's around the correct scenario. Now what we need to do again here is in the row we're gonna add I will just add another column. Yes, I'll add another column, and in that column I'm gonna add a text. Okay, so no, add a row first, and then I will add okay, so I will just add a text here. Alright, so now that I have this, I don't know, my system looks like it's dragging. Okay, now that I have this, I can just come back here and pick this money 400 by 16 and paste it here. 400 by 16. Okay, and I will click on the column and use this particular alignment down. Great. Okay, so this is it, and let's see what we can do. It's not perfect, but we will do something about it. Let's see, this is 26 by 19. We can do the same thing with these. All right, so we can click on these and send it down. All right, so let's send it down. Both of them sends down, and then we can now use the padding below, like the space underneath them. So this is 16, so let's use 16. Let's just use 16. So the bottom here is gonna be 16. All right, so pushed up a bit, and then on this column the bottom is gonna be 16, so it's almost the same position. Now we need to go ahead and give them the spacing they need, 43, and I can say here 43. Did you get it? All right, now that's a lot of spacing, and it looks like it's too much. So and I think maybe some things are not really properly aligned. Okay, so we will have to just now alter these a bit. Just use your eyes and alter it. So let's say 33. Okay, not exactly, let's say 23, because I'm gonna push it again from the left, 2030. And this is the row, right, that we have all of this. Now let's push this row a bit from the side. So I think it's gonna be 13 as well. Yeah, so let's say 13. Okay, so now we have it like this, and it looks almost correct. This is good, I think. And then what we need to do now is we need to just go ahead and then push the whole thing, like the entire makeup of all of this, which is the stack. We're gonna push it away from the side. By what value? By 24. So we will say here I selected the stack and I clicked on 24 and I push it in here. Good stuff, right? So let's click on this and see. It's just a container. All right, so this container can also be what you can use as your image. You can scroll down and add a background image, and yes, you can actually get it from the database. So now we have this. Let's go ahead and then now all of this is going to be our stack. So this is what we will be duplicating. Let's see the spaces in between them. Let's click here and see it's 14. So let's just go ahead and duplicate this, Control D. Good. And then let's select the stack, and what was the space again? 14. And let's change this to 14, and click on it and duplicate. All right, so we can duplicate again if we want. All right, guys, so we have successfully created these particular carousel. I believe you've learned a lot there. Please click on the subscribe button and like this video. Thank you very much. Just punch the like icon on the face for me. Thank you so much. I can hear it, I can hear you punching it. Thank you very much. All right, so the punching there is basically figurative. I just mean you should just click it. Just make it gentle. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do next. Open restaurant and see all. That's already here. Yeah, that's already done. Okay, so we're good with this particular page. Okay, so I want us to go ahead and then do other things. So we're done with this. You could actually click this to preview it and take a look at what you have created, the magic you have created. Okay, so let's see what we have made. It's still loading. Yeah, it's gonna show up soon. Okay, while we wait for it to show up, let's quickly go to something else. Now I wouldn't want us to do this particular part. We can create this, right? Yes, we can. Let me see how we can quickly create this. This is basically a bottom sheet, or something you would call a pop-up. Okay, so it would be nice to create it. It's just above this, so I think what should they click on to hurry offers? Maybe it just appears, right? Okay, or maybe when you click something and then this pops up. Oh, true, you have to anchor it to something. Okay, so I was just thinking about how this came up. So this is a container that actually uses a gradient. So we have these gradients now, and then we have dots here. Okay, no, we didn't have dots. This is just Figma stuff. Okay, and then we have this text, we have these, and then we have these, and the big button here, and then these stops at the background. I don't know what they are. Oh, I can see there. This is the stuff at the background. Okay, so a bit we're going to use a stack to do this. Yeah, so I would love us to do this. Yes, then we will use stack again here. Of course, that means the whole of this will be inside a stack, and then just this alone will also be inside. Wait a minute, we can just use one stack for all of it and just push things around. Well, let's get right into it. Why are we just talking? Meanwhile, let's take a look at what we created before. And then yes, this is it. See how beautiful this is? Man, imagine the lines of codes that you would have written. Okay, let me show you. All right, let me just quickly show you. Click on this button and view code. All right, so this is the lines of codes you would have written. This is basically in Dart programming language. You would have had to install lots of packages and set up your scaffold and write a whole lot of codes. A whole bunch of codes, guys. Now this is basically one of the coolest things about FlutterFlow, right? So these are the lines of codes you would have created or you would have written to produce these beautiful designs. So this is a masterpiece. Come on, how many lines? We have 1,199 lines of codes that produce this, and we just designed it, right? And then this is it. Beautiful stuff, guys, really beautiful. All right, so let's go back to our application and let's create these beautiful pop-up. All right, let's get straight to it. Let's go to components. Here under components, we will just click on this to create a new component. We will say create blank. Let's call this offer. I'll click on this and copy it and paste it here. Offer. Beautiful. All right. Yes, I like saying beautiful. The world is a beautiful place. Everything we do is beautiful. Okay, so let's get straight to this. This is going to be all right, so this is gonna be a bit different from how we do things. So we have these I'm thinking about how we're gonna put this. Yeah, I'm thinking about how to put this. This is gonna be a stack container. Okay, so we're going to do something a bit weird. Okay, strange. Yeah, so the real height of this thing is 327 by 395, right? 327 by 395. So let's start with that. So we will click and let's go to widget tree, and this is the main scaffold. Let's add let's take this off. Yes, let's add this is not a container, guys, so that's just a scaffold. Let's go ahead and add a container. And so this is a container, and the container is 327 by 395. 327 by 395. This is definitely not the size. Yes, this is definitely not the size. I don't know why it doesn't always show the complete size. So, but I have a trick around it, like, right? So this is not the right size of this thing. This is this box, right, is 300 by 300. You see this box? That's why, that means that we're not seeing everything. So the last time I had to click this and then drag it around, but we don't need to do that. Let's just come here and make these let's say okay, we need to give some extra height because of this thing. You see the outside distance here is 19, so we will just say this is the width and this is the height, so 395 plus 19, 19, that will be 414. Yes, 414. Yes, that's it, 414. So this is going to be the height here is going to be 414, and the width here is going to be 327. You see? Good. So we will save it, and now we have this beautiful thing. Now this extra spacing here is going to help us on top when we're doing a stack. Good. I can't wait. So let's go ahead and then set things up. This container has a radius of 35 pixels. Let's come over here and give it a border radius 35 pixels. Everything is smoothing now, and then we go straight ahead to do what? Let's give it this gradient. So I'm gonna copy the very first value of the gradient and scroll down, and you will see a gradient here. So you turn it on and then click on here to put the primary color. Cancel, click here and paste the primary color. That's one, and let's copy the second one, and then we can paste the secondary color. Beautiful. Well, it produces it. It's not the exact replica because you might need to play around with these other factors, like the angle, like the transition point, the transition, all of this. And if you can properly like interpret what is here, then you will be doing fine. I don't really know how to interpret a lot of this. Okay, so 109.56. Let's see what that does. 109 point point what? 0.6. Let's just say 0.6. Okay, so I don't know, what does it do? Well, it actually does push these things to the left. I think that's what it does. Or let's see the other one. The other one says 22%. What does this do? Let's just copy this and say 22. Okay, nah, I think the other one is okay. Okay, so yeah, we can use it like this. And the next thing we need to do is we can just quickly set things up for ourselves. Let's put up these column. We'll put a column here, right? A column. Yes, a column. Why not? Click here and add a column, and then we're going to put, let me close this. Okay, we're going to put a row. Let me copy this quickly. We're going to put a row, let's say a row, and in the row we're going to put a text, beautiful text, and we paste what I just copied. I didn't memorize it's 800 by 41. Okay, and it's actually white, so let me copy this to 800 by what? By 41. Big font. 800 by 41. Okay, so and then the color is white, and that's it. So okay, so hold on, we're going to, let's click on this and center align it. I clicked on the rule to center align it. Hurry offers, and then I will just click on this and duplicate it. Great. What am I gonna do? Okay, so this is the one I'm gonna add. No, hold on. Okay, well, I think I will just copy these and make them separate. Yes, but they are not really separate. Yeah, they're not really separate. Yeah, so this might be hard to know the spacing between them, but we will just have to use our eyes. So sometimes you might just need to use your eyes for these things. So this is 700 by 18. This is going to be, click on this, say 700, then here you say 18. It doesn't really look like that. 700 by 18. This was 800 by 41. 700 by 18. It looks really small compared to what we have here. I don't know why that is so. This is sen, and this is sen as well. Let me just be sure. Let's see sen, and well, it is sen already. Okay, so let's go ahead and then see the space between them. 35. So I will click on this and say 35. 35. And what is the space for these above? This is 82, and then we have 82 here. Good stuff. And then here we will just duplicate this again, Ctrl D, and we'll just copy this particular pad. Copy this. This is 700 by 18 as well, so we are fine. All right, so click on the text and then paste this. All right, so then there's a big button here. What's the size of the button? This is 279 by 62. Okay, so let's go here to the main column and say button. Click on button and say let me just paste what I copied. So the width is 279. I think the height is 62. And okay, so here we're gonna do some basic things. Let's come here and copy the color of the okay, it's not the color. I think it's the field color. Yeah, it has a field color. So then it has a border color white. So let's go ahead and paste the field color. Right, is that it? I think so. Is it transparent? Hold on, guys. So I want to really see what is happening here. So this is the button. We go to inspect. Okay, so I think it is actually, let's click on it again. I don't think this button has a color. I think it just has it has a border radius of 10 pixel. 10, yes, so border radius of 10 pixels. So let's say 10, and then the field color is no field color. So where is that? It has a border color. So field color, oh my goodness. We are just gonna, I don't know, this is black. Let's see, use color. Yes, so basically what I did there was I just made it transparent. All right, so I just reduced that to make it transparent, and then the border color, I'm pasting this and click on this, and border width, I don't know what it is exactly, so I'll say 2. And yes, that works. And then we can click and check the space, 14. I would prefer to, yeah, so click and say 14. Yeah, so this is gonna be 14. It doesn't really quite work so well because this is like way down here. Now the reason is because we have some space. We have some space down here. Let's see. Okay, so what are we not doing right? This is 35. Well, the thing is, this is not properly done. The designer did a great job, yes, but it's not properly done, so I don't get the correct spaces. So we just leave things the way they are. For this one, I would just add extra spacing, maybe 34. Yeah, something like this, and I will leave it like that. We might not get exact replica of what we're doing, but we will get something nice. So let's see, this is that picture of the diamonds. So let's go ahead and export it and see what we have. Export it, let's view it and see what we see. Okay, this is it. All right, good. So the dimension is 270 by 190. So how do we put it? What I would prefer we do is wrap the whole container, right? This has to be at the back of our text, otherwise we're gonna have some issues. So I will put a stack in these column. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this column with a stack. Let's start with there, wrap with a stack. And then click this and add an image. The image is 270 by 190. So I'll say 270 by 190. Okay, so let me delete this extra one here. Okay, so now we have this. I will say network, turn it to asset, go and pick the image here and open it. And then from there we'll try to position it around. Okay, so now it's on top. You see, it's on top, so it's going to like affect a lot of things. So what we don't want is we don't want it to be on top. So I'll click the column and close it, and I'll push it downwards here. Okay, so now it's actually at the back. So we click on the image, and let's try to see how we can push it around. So let's go to inspect and say 37 and 34. Okay, so from here is going to be 37. All right, and from this side is going to be 34. Guys, we did it. We did it. Great stuff. All right, so we're done with this particular one now, and it's just remaining this thing. So let's say we're gonna wrap the entire container with a stack. Now this is gonna be tricky. Wrap it with a stack. All right, and this is this, well, we can actually create this by ourselves, but I really want to be lazy. Yes, I want to be lazy, so I will click on design and just export it the way it is, instead of creating a container and making it a circle, all of that. So I will subsequently tell you the downsides of these things. So done. The dimension is 45 by 45. So now this is it. I have my stack. I'll click to add an image to the stack, and the image is going to be 45. Whoa, 45 by 45. Okay, now this is gonna be tricky. Might not be as tricky as I imagine. I just figured out a way around it. So click on network, click on asset, click on this to upload the image we downloaded, and now we have this. Great stuff. Now we have it. It's positioned properly. Let's click on inspect and see the distance between this. So it's 282. Okay, so let's hit it. Let's click here. Padding is 282 on the left. Booyah. And then the next thing we need to do here is click on this, and padding, the distance from here is 369. So from the bottom is 369. Did we get it? No, it didn't work. No, it didn't work. But do you know what is gonna work? This is gonna work. Now the space between this and this, we're gonna push it down 19 pixels downward. What are we pushing? This container that contains this other big guy. So we'll push it down 19 pixel. No, not the image. The container. And we're pushing it down 19 pixels downward. And it worked. That's it, guys. Beautifully done. So we got it right, and that's it. So let's see how we can just position all of this. So we will go to the pages, and let's go to our maybe home 2. Yes. Did I just click it? Yes. So I think when the user comes here, right, they can what can they do? Maybe when they come here, and then maybe they click on this place to start searching for something. All right. Yeah, maybe they click on here to start searching. I think that's one of the first things that users would do. So they click here to start searching. No, let's not put it there. It's a promo. So what is the first thing that they would click? Let's think. I'm thinking of what they would click. Let's say they click on this menu icon. Maybe they want to just go around things, but that's still not a very good idea, because this is supposed to take them to somewhere else. Okay guys, so I will click on here and just duplicate this. All right, so I will put something new here and say promo. Yeah, because I think that's how it should be, promo. So maybe give it a color, a primary color, maybe this color. Yeah, promo. And then give it some padding, maybe 14. Yeah, so something like this. So you can click on the promo and then go to action, click on action, and search for bottom sheets. So bottom sheets, click on show, select the company you want to show. It's the offer we want to show, and that's it, guys. That's it. So we can well, we can do some other things. I think this is okay. All right, so now one thing is left. When you click on this, the bottom sheet is going to show, but how do you close the bottom sheet? So let's go back here. I want us to just do it at once. Let's come here to offer and then click on this image, go to actions, click on add an action, and search for bottom sheet, and say dismiss. So you click on the previous part. Where is it? You click on here, and let's say you come to home and you click on promo, it pops it up. Let's go ahead and see how that looks like. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this video, and if you are enjoying this video, please just click on the like button. All right, that means you like the video, and then click on the subscribe button, meaning that you like the channel, and then also click on notification bell, meaning you want to always be reminded whenever I publish a new tutorial video that will help you get to know how to build mobile applications faster than ever and in simple ways. All right, so this is our application, right? Good. And then I can click on promo, and voila, well, it pops up, but it's not popping up the way we wanted. Everything looks good, but not the position we wanted. So let's click to close. It closes. Let's see what happened there. Let's come to the offer pad and see what happened. Okay, so let's click on this widget tree and see. So we have a container here. Good. This is our stack. Everything is inside this stack. So we're going to have to wrap these widgets with a column. Good stuff. And then we're going to, it's already center aligned, and I think this works now. Okay. So let's go ahead and then preview this again. Let's go back to home and then preview it again. I think at this point it's going to give us what we want, exactly how we want it. All right, so then we will start doing something else. So I think you already know how to do this. This is a carousel, and you can create this. Can you not? and then this is this. Okay, so I'm thinking about what we could just quickly create that would make sense. So I think I will just be jumping around things. We will create some things that will create fast. Don't worry, we'll move around a lot of these things and then you can just see what we can create. Okay, so I think we will do this. And then we can just quickly do this and then copy components. I will just show you how to copy components and get things done faster. And then I will just close this and click on my promo, and voila, it pops up. It's popping up like way higher than normal. Okay, but now it's centered, but we can close this. Yes, you can do extra things to just reduce it. It's just to reduce the height. So if you click on this, the height is what you want to change. So the height of this screen is 812, and I think that thing was like, I don't know, so you can say 500. And then let's preview it again. So that's going to be the height of your bottom sheet, like what you get to show. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we're going to do here. All right, let's see. This is still loading up, right? And when it's done, we will check it out. Okay, I think it's done. So let's just go ahead and look at it. I just wanted us to have something good. Okay, so now it shows at a reasonable position. Okay, this is good. We can use it. You click on this and this pops up, and beautiful. All right, so we're done with this. Let's quickly go over to something else. Let's come here and I would like us to do this. All right, so we can do this very simple carousel, not so simple, but we can do it, but they're mostly buttons. So, and let me see, is there a particular part we could copy and use? Yes, we can. Okay, so let's go ahead and then copy, I think the very first home. It isn't so complex. Let's right click on it and duplicate page, click inside, and then let's say we want to just do this. So click on this and come to search. Okay, so we click in search, and all right, so we put up these. What we need to do quickly again is we need to go ahead and set it up. Let's set some things up. Let's set a lot of things are different now. So this is search here, and then these things are a bit different. Okay, so no problems. We'll adjust as we move. So this will be gone because we don't have it here. And what else? Recent keywords can still be there. Let's just use things. So click here and then click this to replace with this, and then this, take it off, and this, take it off as well. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, so what do we need again? Let's take this off, this column off, take it off, and then this image, let's come here and just click on this, click on design, export it. You can choose to create this from scratch if you want. I mean this entire thing if you don't want to export the image. So it's 45 by 45, and I will just come here and upload the image. Okay, and let's see, click on this. All right, so we have that, and the next thing I need to do, click on the row, go to my widget tree, click on add a child to the widget, click on text. Okay, good. And then I need to add this search. Okay, so it's 400 by 17, so I will just paste it here and then say 400 by 17. Good stuff. Okay, so we will just go ahead and then let's see, what do? We need to just go ahead and position it a bit. This is the whole container. No, let's say stack. Close this stack and push this stack here. Okay, so we have the text here, nice. And then we need the space in between is 16, so we will say 16 as a padding on the left. And then this stack, what is the distance from here? So this stack is 167. So we'll say 167. Yeah, so this works. Okay, good. And then what we need to do next is we have this. Okay, we have this. We can take hold on guys. So this is the carousel. Okay, so this is a carousel, and we can just go ahead and then take up this. So the thing is, I'm reusing components, and I think there's really nothing wrong with that. So it's actually one of the ways you can build things really fast, you know. So delete this, delete this, delete this. Okay, good. Now inside this row, now I want to go ahead and then click on this and add a button. So that's the button I add, and what I need to do now is check out the size of the button, 89 by 46. Let's see, 89 by 46. So 89 by 46. Okay, and the border is, this is the border color, and then it has a radius of 33 border radius 33 pixels. So we can change this to 33, and this fill color we can I don't know, is it white or, let's see, let's go to design. Okay, so I think it's white, so yes, so let's pick this, and then let's give it the border radius. This is the border radius, paste it, and I think that's it. Let's go ahead and put in some text for it. So border. So let's just go ahead and paste this. Yeah, border. Nice. Okay, so we have the button. The color of the button is white, so that's why we couldn't see it. So click on here and come here to the text color and paste it. Good stuff. Now we need to see the font size is 400 by 16, so we will say come here and say 400 and say 16. Worked? Yeah, I think so. So click on the button and duplicate it. Ctrl D. Good stuff. So this one is gonna be sandwich. I copied the text, click on this and check the entire dimension. It's 102 by 46. So click on this, paste it, and 102. Beautiful. And then what's the space between? It's 10 pixels, so we will come up here and say 10 pixel. And this one looks as small as this, but no, slightly. Okay, so I think I can just duplicate this one, Ctrl D, and copy this, and check the size. It's 72 by 46. Click on this, paste the text, and then let's go to 72 and click on this and duplicate it again. And this one is gonna be sandwich. It's 86. Okay, so I copy the text and okay, come on, I didn't duplicate this, so Ctrl D, click this, 86, 86. I think, do I still have this? No, when you duplicate, technically you're copying. Okay, so I just have to copy this and delete all of this gibberish and sandwich. Okay, so come to the burger part and burger, actually guys, so don't mind my intonation. So 24, give it this 24 is padding here. Okay, so we're good now. We have this scenario, and let's go ahead and copy this one, copy this, click in this and paste it. Click on this and delete it, and click on this and delete it. Good stuff. And what do we need to do? So we need to just put up this particular thing. It's actually a list view, but it's simple. So let's duplicate this row, right? So we duplicate the row because I don't want to start suffering to add a row and then try to position it, push it upward. So I just duplicate this row so that I will put these things inside those rows, then duplicate them inside a list view. You see what I mean? So how do we start creating this? This is gonna be a row. We already have a row now. We need we don't need a column for this. Well, we can just put in a column for alignment's sake. So we put a column here. So this is one column, this is another column. So a row, let's take this off. And inside this row, we're going to put a column, first column. And that column is going to contain an image. This is the image. And the image is going to be 60 by 50. So we come here and say 60 by 50. I think when we're done with this particular part, we might just end the tutorial for today. Okay. All right, except we see one other interesting design to make before we continue in the next one. Okay, so I don't want the videos to be so long anymore. So we have these this part, let's say okay, so I have to, this is the image. Well, image, I use an image here instead of a container. So I can't have, oh come on guys, I will delete this. I want to use a container, so because I can always add an image in a container. So container, I think it was 60 by 50. Yes, so I would say 60 by 50, and the color is gray. Copy this and then paste it here. It has a border radius. It says mix, but it has a border radius. I don't know what the border radius is. I don't know. It's not showing me what the border radius is. So I will go for 16. I hope it's not too much. It's way too much. Let's say 8. Okay, so I think 8 is fine. And now we will go for this fancy restaurant. It's 400 by 16. So we click on the row and then we add a column. Okay, so we add a column here, and then we will add a row, and in the row we're gonna add a text. Okay, and we paste what we added. Don't worry about the spacing. It's because we had inherited an alignment that said space these things apart. Okay, so we have this. We can just click on it and then maybe do something like this. Okay, don't worry, we'll arrange it. So we have these restaurants. What I did there was I clicked on the row, then I changed the alignment. Okay, all right, so I'll click on this, click on the row and duplicate the row. All right, so in here we will put a star. So we have a star here, so I'll say export it. Okay, then this one is a text. So the star is an image. It's 15 by 15. So I'll click on this and delete this text. It's an image. Okay, and it's 15 by 15 by 15 from network to asset. Click on this to upload. This is the star. We uploaded, and then we will click on the row and bring in a text. This is the text that we have. Then we can just go ahead and paste this. 4.7, find the spacing between them, go to inspect, and I think it's 4 pixel apart. So we put it like this, and then we can click on the column and use this particular alignment, and I think we're good. So let's go ahead and let's see how we can space this. Let's bring the two of them together. So we use this particular alignment. I clicked on the row and then did this. Good. Then I will click on this and see the spacing between. So it's gonna be 24. So I will say 24 away from the edge. And then this column, So this is gonna be 10 pixels away, so we will say 10 pixels away apart. Okay, and then something beautiful. Well, I think you might be wondering, how am I gonna put this line? So this is how I would normally do it. This is the row, so I will go ahead and remove these padding on top. All right, so just remove it first, and then right click on the row and wrap this row in a column. The reason is because for us to be able to achieve what we have here, we are going to stack things from top to bottom. Now don't forget, this is just going to be a single component, and then we just duplicate it for the rest. And I think this is supposed to come from a database in a list view. Okay, so I have wrapped it in a column, and what I just need to do is add a container in that column. That container is going to be the width of this line. So there's a gray line, so let's see the gray line. So I don't know, I can't click to that line, I don't know why. So maybe, so I would just say that the length of the width of the line is 327, and I know it's gray. Okay, so this is it. I can just copy it. It's gray, it's 327. The width is just use 1, and then the fill color is this, and you enter. If you look at it, you will see that there's a line there. All right, so but now that line needs some padding, so we will see what we can do for the padding. Padding is going to be 14. So we will go ahead and click on we need the column, so let's go to the column. This is a column. Close this row so that we can see our container, and then give it a padding of 14 from the top. Good stuff. Now we have these perfectly done for us. Let's go ahead and what do we do now? So let's go ahead and click on this row, identify the column. So this is it. All of these things now are inside the column, this column. So, and don't forget, these things have to be repeated, and they have to come from database. So when you're designing your front end, you have to put back end in mind. So what I will simply do now is I will wrap this column, wrap it with a widget called list view. All right, so I wrap it up like that, and it's a list view, because this is what you're going to query when it's time for backend. You have to query these so that all of this can show. So I'll click on this now, and I'll say Control D to duplicate. All right, and I need to give it some spacing. So the spacing here is 14. So this is gonna be let's say column 14. All right, so I have clicked on that. Okay, so I can just go ahead and duplicate again, but technically you don't have to duplicate this because it's supposed to come from database, but just according to the design, duplicate it. Now we need to go ahead and give some spacing on the list view. So I'll click on the list view, give it some spacing for this place. So this is gonna be 20, so I will say 20. All right, so we have this design now, and it's perfect. If you see, it's just it gives us what we wanted. But now you see this particular part is quite different from here, right? So we can just delete this row, can take it off, and delete this as well. Okay, so now how do we get to put this particular part? Don't forget, we have a page. I think it was in home version 2. We have this carousel, and all we just need to do is go copy it. All right, we just need to go copy it, and first let's copy this one first. Let's copy this row first. Go to the search and click on the column and paste it. All right, so why did we copy? We copied because of this popular fast food text here. So I'll copy this and click on this and delete it, click on this and delete it, click on this and paste this here. Beautiful stuff. Then I will come back to home version 2 and then look for go to the widget tree and be sure that I am selecting the appropriate widget. So the appropriate widget here is going to be the container. All right, so I'll click on the container and copy it. Control C is to copy, and then go to the pages, go to my search page, click on this and paste it. And that's it, guys. We have these design. Beautiful. Okay, And let's see, the spacing here is 32, so we can click on this and give it even more spacing, so 32. And if you observe, some things have changed a little bit, like the height of this guy is quite different. So but you can manipulate and change that if you want, but for us to be able to scroll down, just make sure that this column is scrollable. So that's it. And that's it. So we can now go ahead and just preview it and see what we have done. And so before we end this particular tutorial, let me see if there's something else we could quickly do. So what we did here was we created this particular one, and then we created this, and now we have created this. So I would have loved to do this particular part, but the video will be too long, and so we will stop here. We'll continue in part 3. All right, we'll just keep doing this until we're done with it. All right, okay guys, I would like you to just remember to click on the subscribe button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And please like this video as well. Drop comments, I will respond to them. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what we have just created. So this is what we have just created. Beautiful, like it's super beautiful, right? Like really beautiful. Okay, and this is it. This all works very fine. Beautiful stuff. So we can go through the pages that we worked on by clicking this. You can just see some of the designs. So I think this, yeah, so beautiful, right? And okay, so these are the designs that we've created so far. I hope you enjoyed learning with me and practicing as well. So we will get to continue the remaining part of the food delivery application in the next video. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.